a save there, and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! And he tries to net walking, and he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first one. Teresi gets a shot, and he scores! 4-4. Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores!
And towards Cox, goes to the shot away, Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! First take the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne for part two of this double-header weekend. It's the Melbourne Mustangs hosting the Newcastle Northstars. Well, the Northstars on the receiving end of a 6-3 loss last night here at the O'Brien Group Arena, where in a game that they came back in, but just weren't good enough in the end. And, well, putting a dent in their playoff run, they really need a win here tonight to cement and try and stay in the hunt. Whereas the Mustangs, they're pulling clear and trying to challenge CBR Brave for that third spot. Hello, everyone. My name's Steve Waite, and joining me, as he does always, it's a very good afternoon to Rod Johns.
And good afternoon to you, my friend. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited, waiting to come back here, be in this box with you to deliver this most exciting second half of this blockbuster doubleheader.
That's something I generally wouldn't lose sleep over, but yeah, anyway, the me part of it anyway. But coming into this game, I mean, the Northstars, they had to really take the 3 points last night. They're really on the back foot in terms of their title defence and making it 3 in a row. And the Mustangs, well, they seem to be going from strength to strength in the last couple of weeks. What do you think the key to this game is for either team? Well,
I think, again, like you and I talked about yesterday, certainly for the Northstars, they needed to go away last night and work out what wasn't going right on their defense, okay? And they dropped the second period and lost the game in the second period. For the Mustangs, they've got to continue to keep the pedal on the metal, play their power play like they did, and also their penalty killing unit. I thought their penalty killing unit was pretty effective.
Yeah.
So it's all a mindset, mate. And at the moment, the mindset is shifting towards the positive for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
And as far as the Northstars go, they're probably wondering, how did we end up in first, win the whole thing last year, or not in first, but win the whole thing last year, and now almost not make the playoffs? And funnily enough, what does that remind you of?
Yeah. Three seasons ago with the Mustangs.
Absolutely.
So a little bit of that cup hangover. But look, the Northstars, despite losing last night, I mean, in spits and spurts, they were very good. I mean, particularly Zane Jones, Kale Kardashian, and Felix Poulin were outstanding. They just didn't have that consistency. And the Mustangs, despite, I thought also was quite an interesting storyline, the Mustangs being down 7 regular players and still managing to knock off Newcastle.
That's right, and I mean, I think that the viewers probably didn't work that out until at the end when we actually went through the lineup and said, this guy's missing, that guy's missing, this guy's missing, and that's a big achievement, you know? And I mean, you know, again, the funny thing is last year when the Mustangs didn't make the playoffs, they beat everybody in the comp. I think they're the only team to do that.
Yeah.
And a couple times they had their back to the wall, they were down players, and they played their best hockey. So sometimes it's not what you, it's not who you have, it's what you have on the day and how they play.
Yeah. Don't forget, fans, what are your tweets on screen during tonight's broadcast? Hashtag AIHL Game Day, and we'll read them out. But if we have a look at the table right now, I mean, in terms of the playoff picture, the Melbourne Ice sitting pretty on top. They beat the Sydney Bears 4-3 last night, the game the Bears were in front and ended up losing. That was essentially them eliminated from the Goodall Cup final race. Adrenaline got crushed at the hands of the CBR Brave 10-5. Stephen Blunden with 6 goals.
Hey, I gotta ask you, dude, did they do that missing 6 players and a hockey bag full of sticks, or?
Well, no, it arrived just in time. So, you know, fair play to Qantas or Virgin, whoever the provider was. But anyway, that being said, I mean, the Northstars on 24 points, equal with the Ice Dogs, but have played 2 more. And at the conclusion, they'll have played 21 games, only have 7 left. So a loss today, you know, I'd effectively draw a line through them, considering their schedule for the rest of the season. They have to play the Melbourne Ice 3 times, 2 of them here, the CBR Brave and the Dogs. Yep. They've essentially got to be perfect. So, well, that does it here. Let's go down to centre ice for the national anthem. So the formality's over, hostilities about to commence here between the Newcastle Northstars and the Melbourne Mustangs. Another 3 points on the line here tonight, and a pivotal 3 points despite whatever team you support. And in goal tonight, well, the Mustangs, they're going with James Kruger again, who had an absolutely stellar night last night against the Northstars. He was on fire, 11 games played, 7 wins, 4 losses, GAA of 3.46, save percentage of .894. And for the Northstars, Charlie Smart getting the nod tonight. 12 games played, 4 wins, 6 losses, GAA of 3.73 and a save percentage of .892. So Andrew Petrie mixing things up in net, and the tandem that's been a staple of the Northstars lineup all season, Smart and Meason. I thought Meason was pretty good despite the scoreline last night. However, Teach Petrie decides to change it up, and we'll see how that plays out during the game. Your officials for this evening's game: Daryl Hamilton wearing the bands, your linesmen Casper Russell-Huber and Seb Fiora, and we are set for action here in this.
Have we gone back to a 3-man system?
We had the 4 last night, so it's sort of ACHL style, 4-man sometimes, 3-man sometimes, but I thought that worked pretty well last night.
Yeah. Well, the more eyes you have on the game, the better it has to be, okay?
So, here we go. Puck has been dropped between the Mustangs and the Northstars. Moving down now, here is Beatty, long-range sling on net. That's held in there by Vyazov, puts it in behind the net. O'Kane now going to it. The Northstars get to it first, and they move this out now here through Kuhn. Rink-wide pass now here to Kabashian, who was one of the stars of last night's game. His long-range shot is gloved by Kruger, and he holds on.
And he was pretty calm and cool and collected about that. He just snatched it out of the air. So his confidence is up. I think he's getting better every game, and that's what you want. You want to be sure that your goaltender's there for you when you need him, and he's proved that.
Been quite the pickup mid-season for the Mustangs. We'll have take 2 of that face-off.
And likewise, again, you don't want to take Kabashian for granted at all, okay? That guy's got wheels, he's got a shot, he's got moves left, right, and center, so you got to watch him.
As Poulin almost gets put into the bench there by Burke, the puck moved down to the corner. Kuhn throws the shoulder, loose puck in dispute. Hartrick trying to battle his way through, and it comes down here to Humphreys here for the Mustangs. Humphreys out through the neutral zone, gets around Kuhn, nice pass to Burke. Burke back to Humphreys. Humphreys tried to shoot, and Rob Malloy's body proved to be the difference in that encounter. Burke, turnaround shot saved there by Smart. It's loose, and Malloy pokes that out into the corner and starts out now at the front of the half, or gets the pass out now here to Kabashian. On turn, that one's touched and icing cancelled after the stick of Robertson. Burke now battling there with Hartrick, and we've got a whistle offside the call.
And that was a long time coming.
Yeah. Appeals for intentional all the way. So anyway, 1 minute done, we're scoreless. And the Mustangs, defensive neutral zone face-off, if you want to put it in those terms. Here's Bellick, backhands this one, looking for O'Kane, who was outstanding last night. Jones tries to feather that one through to Hoot. Jones comes back out with the puck, trying to battle there with O'Kane. Jones on the puck, back to Hoot, now back to Sheard at the point. Flicks one on net, and that one floats wide of Kruger and into the corner. So the Mustangs try and get this one out of the zone, and Into the Mustangs bench it goes. We get a whistle.
I think that's something that Northstars have to think about too. Like, Jones had a good game, but they need to put the puck away. So they can't rely on Sebastian and Poulin to do it. They need to get Kuhn, Jones, and Kuth and guys like that into it.
And Jones threw plenty of hits last night. The biggest one, obviously, on Pat O'Kane, as he threw one on Cam Critchlow last week, as we mentioned last night, which is probably the hit of the season in our books. Here's O'Kane, tries to slip that one through. Puck comes back out of the neutral zone and onto the stick here of Jack McCoy. Prodded at there by Hood on the forecheck. Battling for it now is Manwaring, who scored his first AIHL goal last night. Jones skates onto a loose puck in the offensive zone, goes down, appeals for a penalty, and nothing coming. That trickles through to Kruger, and we're going to whistle.
I suppose the other thing that's probably worth noting about the Mustangs is that they had a well-balanced attack. So you had good offensive play from Kokkonen. Burke was right in there as well. Pat O'Kane had a great game. Vadim was all over the place too. So that's what you want. You want the whole front end to be firing properly, and they got that.
Here's Kobashian, side of the net. Progress prevented there. McCoy sent it in front, and then Northstars just can't jam it home. Hardrick back to the point. Malloy with a cannon, and that one goes wide. Poulin picks it up now here at the half wall. Deals it in down low. As Kuhn setting up there in the slot here for the Northstars. Kobashian tried to float that one through to him. It was deflected up to Bellick. Got met there by Malloy at centre ice. Kobashian steals it and moves back in on the offensive zone. And comes back out into the corner, throws it in front, looking for an intelligent tip there from Kuhn. It goes all the way back now here to Hartrick in the offensive zone in front of the boards. Gives it back now here to Malloy, fires it right in deep, looking there for Kuhn. Is put back on net, but blocked up high. Bellick, Kobashian, back to Malloy, down low. As the Northstars with some nice interplay. Poulin tried to connect there on that pass. Couldn't do so. Puck jammed in the corner as the Mustangs try to force it out of their zone, and they finally do through here. Mitch Humphreys, nice pass up now here to Bellick with Beatty as well. Malloy gets to it first before everyone, and he starts out now here for the Northstars out of his own zone. Backhands at this one, or tried to at least, and that came off Burke. We got a whistle, and apparently that was shot off. I'm not sure what this call.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
I don't think both benches don't know what this call is, neither do we.
Well, if I'm the Northstars, I don't need to know. I'm happy that it's in the Mustangs' end.
Yeah.
Speaking of that last shift, the Mustangs were hemmed in their own end for like 90% of that. So they can't let that happen, certainly with the big guns from the Northstars hammering them.
And here comes Robertson, wearing 61, held in there, almost there by Sheard, turns around, throws it right back in. Northstars have to touch up, they do so, and go right back in on the forecheck. Kruger puts this one into the corner. It goes back into the opposite corner, and the Mustangs change the direction of the play. Stringer couldn't connect on that pass. Schumer skates onto the loose puck as Huth tried to put him into next week, and Schumer was wise to it. Smart puts it back into the corner. The Mustangs try and hold this in the Newcastle Northstars defensive zone. A real battle there in the corner. 2-on-2, and finally Jones forces it out for Sheard to skate onto in the opposite corner, and he passes it out now, intended for Mainwaring, touched by Powell. Powell gets a second go and dumps this in on Kruger, forcing him into a save, and he gets the blocker on it, and it stays live in terms of hitting the glass, not the netting. Puck put in front of the bench in that interesting zone there. Schumer and Kokkonen step on the ice. Here's Ferrari now for the Northstars. Ferrari, pass out wide, slapped back in there by Stanger, and Kruger forced out of his net once again, rims the puck around off the dasher, put right back in there by Stanger. Kruger forced into a save, he covers up.
Well, I can't say enough about Kruger, because people would say there was nothing on that, but he took it and he was smart enough to look around and work out that let's get a whistle here and start again.
Yep.
And that's what you want. You got to have a smart goaltender who knows when to do those things.
Yep.
No rebound. No worries.
Well, at least puts it into the corner, so there's no juicy rebounds in front of the slot on offer. Here's Malloy now trying to squeeze his way past a couple of Mustangs checkers. O'Kane in there for the Mustangs.
There
that one fanned on by Hartrick, opening up the door now here for Kokkonen on a breakaway. Kokkonen v Smart. Kokkonen tries to go 5-hole. Great save there from Charlie Smart. Saw the 5-hole beckoning, and Smart closed it shut, and he keeps it at 0-0.
Well, I can't say enough about that, because again, if it goes in, it's 1-0, and it's a bit demoralizing, okay? So that's what you want. The guys on the point make a mistake, and he's there to stop Kokkonen, the #1 player at the moment for the Mustangs, from scoring.
And here he is again. Kokkonen just drops this one off. Vyasov skates onto it, but run there by Poulan. It's moved in front. So that was Kabashian on the check. Poulan's at the opposite side. It's moved back now here to Vyasov. Throws it back now here to Kokkonen at the high slot. And moved eventually over here now here to Beatty, pinching in from the point. Puts it in deep. Malloy gets first to it. But it relinquishes control now here to Vyasov, who throws it back out to McCoy at the point. Shoots! And that was blocked off his own player, that being Pat O'Kane, who comes away with the puck. O'Kane now trying to skate through traffic. Back to Vyasov. And now McCoy at the point. Another shot, and that was blocked. An almost identical play there by O'Kane. The Northstars come back now on a 3-on-2. Kabashian with Hartrick going towards the net. Kabashian trying to get that one through to him. Eventually ends up with Jones now in the corner. Slings it in front, and that trickles through the slot. And no danger there, the net of Kruger. Moved out now here by O'Kane at the half wall. Passes across now here to Kokkonen. In come the 4 checkers of the Northstars, one of them being Hoot. Couldn't win that battle. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Manwaring's there to sweep up here for Newcastle. Handed it back off now here to Lindsay. Lindsay gains the line and gains the blue line as well. Moves in, shoots, and calm glove save there from Kruger. And that will be that.
I was going to say, on the play down in this end in front of Charlie Smart, not Kokkonen, Pat O'Kane did exactly the right thing. He got in front of him, and he almost got Wood on a deflection, so that's what you want. Block the goaltender from seeing where the puck's coming from and make his evening nightmarish.
Here's Sheard now. Fans on the shot, manages to keep the play alive, only temporarily, as Humphries has the puck now, pursued there by Manwaring. Back to Sheard on one leg, manages to get the puck, but only as far as Burke. Burke now driving towards the net with Bellick in front. It's loose, and, well, Burke came back with it off that pass off the skate there of Jones, and we've got a stoppage, and net is off its moorings, I believe. No, slashing the call there from Daryl Hamilton. And I believe it's going to be a Mustangs penalty. It's interesting, because Burke was in control of the puck.
Yeah.
So, first power play of the game goes to the Northstars. You see it here on the replay. Here's Burke, who's being held there by Hoot. Gets it, and just off shot there.
Well, he called it right there, so he must have slashed Jones.
Yeah. Saved by the camera in terms of...
I think him and Jones were they were having an in-depth chit-chat last game.
Yeah, so that's a continuation of last night. So power play here to the Northstars. I'll get a crack at it first on the man advantage. Here's Kabashian now. Just deals this one off now here to Kuhn to walk in. Now he goes back now here to Kabashian. They exchange places. Kabashian now back to Poulan. Poulan down the slot, got Malloy camped in front, causing a nuisance, and Poulan slaps it, but it's about a wider rebound follow-up, and Hartrick put it behind the net. First shots of this power play here for Newcastle. Kabashian on the puck, looking for options. Got Hartrick down low on the opposite side. Decides to draw a couple of players to him. Malloy parks himself in front of Kruger. Back to Poulan now at the point. Poulan shoots, blocked up high. Malloy looking for the rebound, and Beatty sweeps up here for the Mustangs. Kabashian and Beatty did well to squeeze that puck by him and open up a 2-on-1 short-handed opportunity. Here's Beatty with Kokkonen, saved by Smart, and he keeps it. Nothing. As you talked about, Rod, those big saves is what you need your goaltender to do.
Absolutely, man. But I mean, the other thing to talk about is Beatty. So like I said before, he's a forward incognito as a defenseman. The guy's got wheels, and he's not a stupid hockey player by any stretch. So they don't want to let him freewheel.
So 1:07 left on the man advantage here for Newcastle. And just 3 shots on that power play, and all of them went wide. No matter, well, indecision like that's not going to buy them any more as this one moved back up to the half wall, and the Mustangs looking to hem this one in the corner. And teammates come to bail each other out as Hoot now that his pass, the pass to him was wide. Hoot now moving it into Poulan and just slides off his stick, but back onto the stick now of Manwaring. Back to Poulan at the point, trying to set up a shooting lane. Goes back now here to Manwaring. Manwaring with time and space, trying to hit Malloy, who was coming in. And that one blocked up high, but on the right side of the blue line as far as the Northstars are concerned. Poulan with another shot, and that's blocked aside by Kruger. Slapped out of the zone there by Stringer, and that'll buy his team some time and a line change, as the Northstars do likewise, as Kabashian steps on the ice and Poulan steps out of his own zone. Pursued there by O'Kane, now back to Kabashian. Pass wasn't a good one. Here's O'Kane now. He gets checked there by Poulan, but Kabashian has a little bit of time to set up a breakout with O'Kane in on an aggressive forecheck, and it's done well as Pat O'Kane. And he forces it out now here to Beatty. Beatty breaking back in with O'Kane. Hands off now here to Kokkonen. Back to 5-on-5 now as Burke steps back on the ice. That pass intended for O'Kane, stolen there by Kuhn, and a pivotal steal as O'Kane was beckoning for the one-timer. 7:03 left to go. Still scoreless here in the first if you just tuned in. Kokkonen peels off with Kuhn on the forecheck. Beatty couldn't control the pass, gets a second go, and he's going to break back in the Newcastle zone. Penalty coming up. Here's O'Kane, shoots, saved there by Smart, and penalty coming up now here on Kardashian, slashing the call, and we will have a power play this time. The men in orange and black. And there you go, pretty clear slash there on Beatty.
Well, he's just got such good wheels that you have to do something to try to stop him. And when in doubt, a little friendly slash goes a long way.
Yeah.
So I got to say, Pat O'Kane's got his wheels going tonight, man. He's really putting a second effort into what he's up to, and that's good to see. He's a very, very tenacious player.
And here he is on the puck, giving it back to Beatty. Now across now here to Burke. Gains the circle. Shoots. Saved by Smart. Loose in front. And he covers. And the Mustangs get to work straight away on the power play.
Charlie Smart's having a pretty good game, too. He seems very solid and in control of what's going on. So
yeah.
They got to, on the Mustangs power play, they've got to get the puck to Beatty more and let him have a few shots. The guy's got a rocket of a slap shot, man.
The 2017 AIHL All-Star Game hardest shot winner, Matt Beatty. Here's O'Kane now. O'Kane trying to stick handle his way through, does so, slings it in front. Humphries just couldn't bury it, and Kuhn provides the difference there for Newcastle, and they start out short-handed. Poulin's pass up to Hartrick just bounced off the edge of his stick, and Burke's going to get there first, but Hartrick steals it right back off him and deals it right back now here to Poulin, intercepted there by Humphries, and his pass goes now here to Beatty, and the Mustangs look for a 3-on-3 break-in on the power play. Here's Beatty, dishes right back off now here to O'Kane. The Mustangs set up shot, back to Beatty, just almost kept it onside, and a couple of Oriental Divals opened up a breakaway now here for the Northstars. Hand up to Malloy, shoots off, saved by Kruger. 2-on-0 break, denied there by the Mustangs. Goaltender, and wow, what an end-to-end sequence of events that was. Here's O'Kane. Fires it right back. A minute left on the man advantage on the penalty to Kardashian for slashing. And Kokkonen now tries to dance his way through centre ice and has Jonathan Hoot standing in his way. Kokkonen now passes out to Burke in front of the penalty box. Humphries in on the break, looking for Kokkonen there at the blue line, intercepted by Mainwaring. Fires it right back up ice. Hoot harasses Burke for the puck, and Burke's done pretty well to protect it. Burke now tries to get around Mainwaring, doesn't do so, and Mainwaring slaps it right back into the defensive zone for the Mustangs. And 34 seconds remaining on this power play for Melbourne. Put back now here to Troy Robertson in the opposite corner, as the formation trying to take shape here for Melbourne, as it finally does here through Vadim Vyasov. Burke camped at the blue line. Vyasov decides to go himself, relinquishes control of the puck thanks to a poke check there from Lindsay. Hands up back with Vyasov and puts it right back now here to Burke. Robertson has to go and retrieve it, the centre face-off circle, because the pass was a little astray, and Vyasov has it now. That'll pretty much do it here for the Mustangs power play. 0 for 1 tonight on the man advantage, as are the Northstars. Just the 2 penalties in this game so far. Humphries, and he gets rocked there by Kardashian, who looks pretty upset having come straight out of the penalty box. Here's Sheard. Tries to slip that one by Stringer. Well, Stringer was the meat in the North Star sandwich there. Here's Kardashian, Sheard being the other one. And Kardashian now trying to throw the body. Kuhn now back to Stringer in the slot. Backhands one through and covered up there by Smart. And a great 3 or 4 minutes of play.
Troy Robertson was admiring
Stephen Kuhn.
His mouth guard, I think. Okay.
Kuhn with the...
he wanted one, I think.
The Pat Kane, I should say. Chicago Blackhawks. I've been calling this league so long, I interchanged the two, being a Blackhawks fan too. But don't forget, fans, you're in town for an AIHL game. Check out Quest in Docklands for all your accommodation needs. Thanks to them for their support of the Mustangs and the AIHL. Long shot there from Lazzarotto from a tight angle, and that came off the shoulder of Smart and moved back out to centre. Powell, pass was behind him. Here's McCoy in front of his own bench for the Mustangs. Avoids the check there of Powell. Fires it up, ice to Lazzarotto, breaking in on Smart, but couldn't control the initial pass. And Stanger's going to break back out now here for Newcastle. Stanger and Powell and Naden on this third line now here for Newcastle. Put into the corner. And right behind it is Beatty. Powell lays the hit there on Beatty. Moved back out to the half. Fired on there by Stanger. And Schumer got his leg down and prevented that. Fired back into the zone. McCoy's going to have to retrieve it here for the Mustangs as his compatriots are changing. And Kokkonen tries to flick this one by his Ferrari. One-time shot, and that's blocked up high, but gets another go at it. Puts it in behind for Kardashian to skate onto. Kardashian now in behind the net. Kebashian back to the point now, here to Ferrari. Ferrari shoots, looking for a tip. It's blocked up high, comes down here to Jones straight on the ice. Jones hands it off. Kebashian, it's loose in front. Northstars can't bury it, and we've got a 1-on-2 here. Malloy being the 1, the Mustangs being the 2. Here's O'Kane, shoots, and he scores! 2-on-1 break leads to the opening goal. It's the Mustangs on the board, and it's Pat O'Kane on the board as well. 1-0.
So watch how that unraveled, because what happened is that there was a player change, and it probably was at the wrong time. The Mustangs got the right bounce. It was almost a 2-0, and Northstars managed to get their defenseman out. But by that stage, O'Kane is control. He's using the other Mustangs players, Adams or Jassoff, as a decoy, and lets a great shot go and beats Charlie Smart. 1-0, 3 minutes left in the period.
A good position to be in going into the intermission, provided your opposition doesn't score, obviously. Pat O'Kane's 13th goal of the year, 28 points on the year, only behind Anton Kokkonen and Jamie Burke. And a 1-0 game here at the O'Brien Group Arena in the first period. 3:15 of it left to go. And Hayden Sheard will skate back here for the Northstars. Lindsay has the puck in the opposite corner with Mainwaring posted up. Bellick now going in on the forecheck. Puck comes out to centre. Jones can't do much with it. Humphreys has it now for the Mustangs. Humphreys retreats, gets the check there from Hoot. Jones tries to keep it on the right side of the blue line. Humphreys almost gets put into the bench. Fired in there by Lindsay. And the Northstars are on side and will go in on the forecheck. Here's Robertson now. Dishes it out to the half wall. Bellick arrives first and gets driven there into the glass by Jones. Good hit from him. Bellick slaps it out, and Lindsay's going to have to battle here with Jamie Burke as the Northstars caught in their own end. Here's Burke now. Flings it in front, and Sheard breaks that play up intelligently and gets it out now here to Jones. Hands off now here to Mainwaring. Appeals for a penalty there. A bit of a slash from Burke. And Hamilton didn't see that one. But it was a pretty blatant penalty in my opinion. Anyway, play continues. Here's Robertson. Jones. And offside is the call. And yeah, Zane Jones not happy about that. I think Burke got away with one.
Well, absolutely. But the interesting thing was, I think it was Mr. Sheard could have flattened Jamie, and he didn't do it at the blue line. So I don't know if you saw that, but Jamie had his head down, and like it was lights out Alaska there. Yeah.
Well, Rob Malloy's over having a conversation here with Daryl Hamilton and said Zane Jones just gave the Mustangs bench a bit of a drive-by, and his target was Jamie Burke. The verbal 2-2-3, not the physical 2-2-3, of course. 2:20 to go.
Well, while they're debating this, I just want to make a point on the power play. So power plays are obviously, you want to be on a power play, but if you're not careful, they can be a nightmare. And so Pat O'Kane had the puck at the blue line, and he was trying to make a set-up play. He's the last man back, and that puck got poked out, and he's lucky he didn't get burned on that. That's how that 2-0 started. So really got to watch that stuff.
Pullen now in over the blue line. Puck back out to centre. O'Kane is going to be beaten to it there by Kebashian. He breaks back in with Hartrick going towards the net. Here's Kebashian now. Sends it back there to Pullen with a shot. Oh, and that straight into the glass. And just couldn't convert, could the Northstars. Here's Kebashian now. Circles back out to the neutral zone. Pursued there by Vyasov. Gets the pass back now here to Pullen. As we said, leads the league in points, and he's the defenseman. Here's Kuhn now. Fires this one in deep. Hartrick going to skate in there and battle for the puck with McCoy. Hartrick with Vyasov. Split pops out now here to Kuhn. Kuhn trying to gain the slot. He shoots. Good save there from Kruger. And it ends up with McCoy. Hartrick now battling. Pullen calling for it at the point. Dealt in front. Oh, nice play. Kuhn with the one-time wrist shot. And just couldn't do much with it. Hartrick battling there at centre ice. Chops there at Beatty. Beatty breaks back in. Fakes the shot. Drops it off. No one home there for the Mustangs. O'Kane retreats and picks up the puck and keeps it onside. Here's O'Kane to Vyasov. Vyasov almost got dropped there by Malloy. It's loose and finally covered by Smart. And frantic action there in the Mustangs attacking zone.
Adam had a good chance there, and I don't know if he didn't get enough wood on it or what was going on, but it was a good setup off an almost fluffed up play at the blue line.
Yeah.
Going back down at the other end, Kuhn had a chance. He walked right into the slot and took a shot on Kruger, but I don't think he had good wood on that at all. I'm sure we would like to get that back again. You can't let people walk in the slot like that.
No, not at all. Here's the Northstars through Lindsay. Hands off now here to Sheard, to the youngsters up there in Newcastle. Jones manages to flutter this one out. Bellick keeps it in. Humphreys battles for it and ends up with the puck. Humphreys now Checked there by Sheard, ran into referee Hamilton instead, and it gets dumped there in the end by Hoot. Popped out now here by Sheard, glove down by Robertson in his own zone. 49 seconds left here in period number 1. Jones puts the hit there on Bellick. Second time in the same place. Here's Lindsay, puts it into the corner. Popped up now here by Robertson. Humphrey's going to skate onto it. Mainwaring the forechecker there for Newcastle. Pops back now here to Lindsay, throws it across here to Sheard with Jones at centre ice calling for it. Sheard almost lost control of the puck. She turned it right back over here to Bellick. Burke now in low. Burke now looking for an option. Got Humphreys in front of the net. Burke now, side of the net. Puts it back now here to Bellick. Thought about the shot, takes it, and that was deflected into the corner. Here's Troy Robertson for the Mustangs. Centers, and it goes back now here to Humphreys off the side of the net. Humphreys back to the point to Burke. Fakes the shot, puts it over here to Robertson, top of the circle. Robertson fires it on net. Good save there from Smart, and picked up now here by Hayden Sheard with 7 seconds remaining. Just trying to get it out of the zone. They do so, and that will bring period number 1 to a close. An entertaining first period, 1-0. To the Mustangs. Pat O'Kane with a lone goal. Rod, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are that if I was the coach of either side, despite the score, I'd be pretty happy, okay? Because really it's been balanced play. Both sides have had some good chances. The goaltending's been solid, and it's just unfortunate for the Northstars that they're down 1-0 off a possible poor player change. So really, very much both of them are in it, and they're not breaking into a cold sweat just yet.
So, I should probably sit down as I'm taking my usual standing position for the play-by-play. But 1-0 to the Melbourne Mustangs at the end of period number 1. We'll be back with period number 2 right after this. Don't go away.
I won't.
And welcome back to the O'Brien Group Arena here for period number 2 between the Melbourne Mustangs and the Newcastle Northstars. The Mustangs with the lone goal of the game, thanks to Pat O'Kane, and they lead by 1. So, Rod, pretty even game, I think, in the first period. Your thoughts coming into the second?
Well, I think, again, like I said at the start of the game, Northstars need to get their offense working. They need to make sure that their defense is accountable, and they've got to test Kruger and break him.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking to Coach Petrie in the intermission about the Northstars' plan of attack on the Mustangs' goaltender. But as we get set here for action, I think there's just an issue here with the water on the ice, as there was yesterday. Players given a little extra time to let it dry, but that looks like we're good to go. Don't forget 2 other games being played here this evening. CBR Brave and the Adelaide Adrenaline about to kick off game number 2 of their doubleheader. And the Ice and Ice Dogs go head-to-head in Sydney in a pivotal game for the Ice Dogs if they're trying to hang with the Northstars and the Mustangs. After the Ice came from behind and beat the Sydney Bears last night, effectively eliminating the Bears from the playoff races. That shot was saved there by Smart off the stick of O'Kane, and we get a whistle.
Did he struggle with that a bit, or was that just my imagination?
Nah, just bubbled up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I mean, look, the Bears, for mine, they were good this year. In parts, they just were inconsistent. I mean, they had, 5 games go to overtime, go to the shootout anyway, and that looks like, that's proven to be their little Achilles heel in terms of the race. I mean, they had 3 of those go their way. They could still be in the hunt.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the Bears eliminated by the Ice last night. Here's Hoot now with McCoy. Hoot still digging at it. McCoy goes to the ice. Puck is loose. Fished out now here by Jones. Nice pass. Couldn't connect there with Hoot. And Vyasov takes over now here for the Mustangs. Puts it into vacant ice as Jones was going to skate onto it. Relinquishes it there to Mainwaring. Chopped at by McCoy. Mainwaring has it back now for the Northstars. Trying to hit Ferrari at the point. Decides to go back and cycle it as Hoot skates back onto the puck. Jones goes towards the net. Now Hoot's forced all the way out to the try and put a turnaround shot there on Kruger, and a pretty comfortable save. And ends up back with Lindsay at his own blue line. 13:52 to play here in the second. Still a 1-0 scoreline. If you just tuned in, that one shot off the ref for the linesman. Here's Bellick now in over the line. Bellick forced out wide. Ferrari puts the check on him and steals the puck and moves it over to his defensive partner, Lindsay, who backhands this one around to Kabashid. Kabashid flips that one up. Oh, it connects there with Hartrick. Hartrick with a shot. Oh, what a save by Kruger. Oh, what a play there by Kale Kabashid.
Fantastic. And the funny thing is, most people wouldn't pick that up either, but he knew exactly what he was doing. That was a floating flip pass to Hartrick, breaking in. Watch this move. And a great screen shot, and what a good save.
Wow, if he'd scored, that would have been, I'd pick that for top 5 goals of the season. And Joe Hartrick had 2 in the top 5 in 2015. And Kabashian with an outstanding pass as Humphreys now moves this one in. Humphreys, that shot was forced wide. Here's Pullen for the Northstars. He backhands this one out to centre with only Troy Robertson for the Mustangs attending. Moved out in front there here to Humphreys in front of the penalty box. Kuhn steals the pass, fans on his own pass, and picked up now here by Burke, who starts back in over the blue line. Got Rob Malloy in his way, decides to peel off and retreat in front of his own defenseman. Here's Burke now. Gives this one right off to Robertson, swings it wide now here to Bellick. Kuhn in on the forecheck for the Northstars, almost forced a turnover. As O'Kane chopping at the puck now here in the corner. Kuhn put into the glass. Hartrick arriving late, comes back out to Malloy, throws one on net. It's blocked and off the shin pads there of Mitch Humphreys and put into the corner. And down to the ice, knocked hard there was O'Kane by Kerbashid. And offside is Hartrick. I didn't think he heard the linesman's call. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off.
Oh, here we go. Johnny Foreigner. In which period will there be a fight today? It's already testy out there. Well, Johnny, I'd be thinking that Mr. Burt and Mr. Jones may have a rumble in the jungle.
Yeah, well, that'd be a mismatch in my opinion. I wouldn't be game if I was Jamie Burke. but here's Beatty. Jones is at least a light heavyweight. And Berkey, I'd say a welterweight at least. Here's one move back now here to Powell. Poked away there by Kokinen. Here's O'Kane, back to Kokinen now, patrolling the blue line. Throws it wide. One-timer from Beatty, and that was into the skates there of Tim Stanger. Gets the pass out, touched off there by Naden. Here's Beatty, gets checked there by Powell. Kokinen out through centre. Naden in pursuit, gives it back now here to O'Kane. His shot goes through to Smart. He saves and deals with the rebound and covers up.
Let's have a think. We never really said a whole lot about Thursday's game.
Yeah.
And all the controversy and everything else. So.
Well, I said plenty on the AIHL podcast during the week, so I've sort of said all I could, I guess. But, yeah, look, I didn't think, just reiterating my statements, unfortunate accident, part of the game. You know, obviously running into the boards head first isn't part of the game, but, you know, etc., etc. If you really want my full opinion, go listen to the podcast episode. Shameless plug as well. But this one moved out now here to Hoot. That bounces by McCoy. Hoot now moving in 2-on-2 other Northstars. Hoot did well. But forced the puck back into the corner. Still got it though as Hoot goes to his stomach and tried to swat that puck out. There's a good check there from the Northstars. Manwaring almost took out a couple of his own teammates by a stick on his bench. And the play comes out now in front of the penalty box as Fisher and Manwaring have a little battle there in front of the bench. Just moved out. Kruger forced to steer this one aside. It was his on net. Here's McCoy. McCoy gets run at there by Manwaring. Jones comes and throws his weight around on Stringer. And the puck gets thrown out, well, by the glove of Lindsay. 2-on-1 break now here for the Mustangs. Shot by Fisher, saved by Smart. And that's twice in this game that the Northstars have fanned on the blue line and opened up a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Mustangs. The other being Hartrick. This one moved out now here to Bellick. Swings it wide, back to Robertson, back to Bellick. Northstars aggressive on the forecheck. He comes back now here to Lindsay. Backhands this one out, looking for Kabashian. Picked off. Kabashian manages to come away with a puck, but Bellick steals it from him. Poon steals it in turn from him, and he retreats into his own defensive zone. This is Lindsay, fires it up ice. That one touched off the linesman. Now comes back to the Northstars now here through Kabashian. Kabashian breaks on over the blue line, through a few Mustangs players. A follow-up drive there from Kuhn, and that was saved by Kruger. Here's Kabashian, side of the net, deals off to Malloy. One-time shot, and Humphries blocks it up and looks to try and get his own rebound. Malloy, nice hit there on Humphries, coming around the corner. And Humphries, well, looks to be okay. Looked to be a little ginger there going in for it. Hartrick tries to throw the hit there on Robertson. They battle just inside the blue line. It comes out over the blue line. Chipped past Paul there by Humphries, and here comes Malloy for the Northstars. Malloy in front of his own net. Well, got harassed there by Humphries. Kuhn now picks it up for the Northstars. They break out of their own zone. Potential 3-on-2. Kabashian, miscommunication there with Paulan. Picked up now here by number 12, Hartrick. And he starts out over the blue line. Hartrick done well. Gets the pass now here through to Kuhn. Leaves it in front for Malloy. Just can't finish off. An outstanding build up there for the Northstars. And a 2-on-1 back the other way. Here's Kokkonen. Kokkonen moving in. Kokkonen brings his man to the ice. Kokkonen throws it in front of Kane with a shot. Great save there by Smart. And well, end-to-end stuff here in that last shift. And another 2-on-1 here for the Mustangs. And the Northstars a little bit exposed to the back as Hartrick throws the hit, opens up for Kabashian. Offside the call. And the Northstars bench letting the linesmen know what they thought. And we have whistle.
And that's where you go to the video just to see who was right. 52 people on the bench or that little dude in the black and white stripes? Huh?
Well, it takes, you know, I don't know. I can't think of an analogy. I'm trying to concentrate on the game. Get one back. Put that in the pearls of wisdom for the season. Here we go. Here's Ferrari. He gets hit there by O'Kane. Vyasov now moving in. Vyasov shoots. Saved by Smart. And the rebound goes over the crossbar. Well, big hit there from Pat O'Kane on Dave Ferrari. Physicality aplenty in this game. Here's Vyasov. He gets checked. This puck gets forced out all the way to Kruger. You can see the tempo of this game going up a few beats per minute.
Whoa.
This one now. Thrown in front. Beatty had to be wise to that puck as Hoot was lurking, but he did well, did Matt Beatty. Beatty now, down the outside. Beatty throws it in front. No one home. Hoot's there for the Northstars. Stolen here by Kokkonen and picked up now here by Zane Jones. 1-on-1. Jones, Beatty coming back now. Jones, nice moves. Jones just ran out of real estate and he's forced into the corner. Jones, as the rest of his teammates change up, one of them being Hayden Sheard, and he races back for the puck now. Sheard now with Bellick in pursuit, throws this one around. Stanger there with a bit of time for the Northstars. Stanger chips this one off the dasher, and now off now here to Powell. Powell in over the blue line, shoots. That one was tipped, and all the way through to Kruger, and he tries to cover and does so at the side of the net as Powell has a few things to say with Robertson. And looks like he was trying to invite the dropping of gloves. Was Hamish Powell? And we'll have a whistle.
Well,
gave it a good go.
Troy's a very quiet guy, but I wouldn't want to be rumbling with him either, mate, because I think he could hold his own, and Mr. Powell would be quite surprised by that.
Well, I think that'd actually be a good fight, those two. They're pretty evenly matched, same weight division. Plenty of go, but Troy Robertson, obviously getting older, might be wiser to the fisticuffs. we have a face-off.
He's a family man.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So he's got a family, Austin.
Exactly.
He's got a family. As this one shot wide of the net, Kruger let that one trickle by. Here's Robertson. Checked into the boards. Humphreys got sandwiched there. This one thrown on net. Kruger, as Mitch Humphreys shook that one off, figuratively and literally. This one shot up ice, picked off by Whitney. His shot, and that's deflected and into the boards. Here's Robertson now for the Mustangs. Oh, he throws the hit on Powell, who was the giver of the hit, and he just shook it right off. They continue their little battle. Humphreys peels off, sees a check from Powell coming, pushes this one up to his teammate Burke down the near side. Burke trying to cut through, brings Stanger to the ice. Here's Burke now, and he'll cut through the centre. Burke loses his edge and loses the puck, and Stanger flicks this one out. And, well, I think Powell had Burke in the headlights from about the centre face-off circle. Here come the Mustangs the other way. Burke with a shot, gloved by Smart, and we'll get a whistle.
And a great little save by Smart.
Yeah.
He just picked that up, and that was the end of that, man. But one of the things I was going to say before is that this is going back a couple of minutes in the play, but
yeah.
Poulin and Kerbashian seem to misread each other,
yeah.
and you don't see that very often, mate. So that's a good thing for the Mustangs and a bad thing for the Northstars.
Yeah. 7:42 to go here in period number 2. Still a 1-0 scoreline. McCoy fires one on net, and carbon copy of that play, and Charlie Smart with the save.
So your little podcast, you made some comments on the podcast.
Yeah.
So my only comment in relation to the whole thing with regard to that was, if you ever are in doubt, look at the replay many times,
yeah.
and if you can see anything wrong in Vadum's hit, I'll buy you a couple of beers, because it was a clean hit. The only thing that happened was the gate was open, and it was a bit unfortunate.
As happened to Joey Hughes 2 years
absolutely.
ago. So this one moved out. Back in behind the goal line. Kuhn in on the forecheck here for Newcastle. Malloy pinching in, shoots, and that was blocked off the shin pads of Matt Beatty and forced out over the line. Here's O'Kane. Well, he left the puck behind. Kokanen's there to pick it up. You hand it off now here to Vyasov. Drops it back to O'Kane with a shot. Great save by Charlie Smart, who tipped it onto the crossbar, and it went out. And a good attacking drive there for the Mustangs.
So the other interesting thing out of that Thursday night deal is that, and we touched on this a little bit yesterday, is they played a 4-man refereeing system here.
Yep.
And that was a spin-off of what went on Thursday night.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, for those people who are paying attention, is we're not playing a 4-man system here today. We're actually playing the conventional 3-man system, 2 linesmen and a referee.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of an adjustment that people have to make.
This one whipped around, very East Coast Hockey League style, sometimes 4, sometimes 3. Here's Manwaring now, in on the attack. Hook going to the net for the North Stars. Here's Manwaring, drives the net, throws it in front. Jones was about a metre behind, and he tries to steal the puck there off Lazzarotto. Moved back now here to Ferrari, swings it out wide now here to Matt Lindsay. And the North Stars build up again from the back. Manwaring poked out there by Bellick, picked up now here by Fisher for the Mustangs. Cut off by Ferrari, he puts it back in over the line. And Bellick picks up now here for the Mustangs. Swings it out right now here to Robertson in front of the penalty box. There is Byron Schumer. Jones takes the puck off him and gives it up now here to Ferrari and all the way back to Matt Lindsay. And again, the North Stars have to set up shop from deep in their own zone. Here's Hoot now. Lindsay gains the line, dumps it in. Retreats back to the blue line. Robertson now in there for the Mustangs. Swings it back to Schumer. Touches it up now here to Humphreys. Bit too much on it. Going to fall here to Lindsay. Thought about slapping it right back in. Pokes it right back in now here for Kale Kerbashian, straight on the ice. Kerbashian to the outside. He's got wheels, throws it back here to Hartrick. What a save by Kruger off that one-time drive from Joe Hartrick. And it remains 1-0.
And again, you just can't let a guy like Kerbashian do that. Everyone's watching him and they forget Hartrick, and Hartrick's there. Little drop pass, watch this. Bingo, and a great save by Kruger. So, and you know, I said earlier, these guys like Hartrick got to score, okay? They got to put the puck away.
And kicked out again, rebound follow-up, and that one was blocked there off the skates of McCoy. Thrown on there by Poole, and all that hit Humphreys up high. He's wincing in a bit of pain. Here's Kerbashian with a shot, another save there by Kruger. Well, Kale Kerbashian, what impresses me about it is his acceleration. As that one washed out as Kuhn, that should have been probably an icing call, and the North Stars bench letting the linesman know about it. Here's Poulin now, boots it up wide. Malloy's pass was a good one. Finds Hartrick, 2-on-3 break. Here's Hartrick, pulls up. Kuhn goes towards the net. Hooked up and dropped off by Poulin. What a shot, and what a save by Kruger. And we get a whistle. Malloy not happy about that call.
Well, you know, you and I have always struggled in relation to the icing, so the only thing you could say there is it's referee's interpretation or the linesman's interpretation. Two of them were pretty close to the puck, so he may have decided that in the end it wasn't on. But I mean, that's one of the reasons why you have those kind of ices, is to make sure people don't kill each other.
Yeah,
And,
I thought clearly icing there in that opinion. Yeah. Anyway, face-off is going to come, well, let's see what the call is here. There's a bit of a meeting of minds over there in terms of the officials. Let's talk about the schedule here for the North Stars. I mean, they've got the Bears next week, then they have 2 games against the Melbourne Ice here in Melbourne, and then they've got the Brave and the Ice Dogs to deal with as well in terms of their schedule.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, mate. At the end of the day, even if they beat the Mustangs here today, it's like climbing a mountain in the wrong gear.
They've got to be perfect from the here to get to here to
Absolutely.
end.
So they got a long, hard road to hoe, and I wouldn't want to be hoeing with them.
No. And
speaking of hoeing, though.
Oh, okay. Well, this can go one of 2 ways.
Speaking of hoeing, if I was to be in the field in this hot sun,
let's
hoeing
call it
away,
gardening for the millennials. Yeah. Anyway,
hoeing away,
yeah,
as I would be, and all of a sudden I was thirsty. What would I do?
I don't know.
I needed a beer. What would I do? I would go to
the bar.
The
James Hotel.
There we go.
All right. Well, I was distracted by something else. I don't know where you were going with that. But anyway, James Hotel, proud Mustang sponsor. We thank them, and we'll get a better ad next time. So this one moved out now here to Kokanen, not over the line. Kokanen now puts it into Cole. Beatty. It's got the approval apparently from our producer. Here's now swung in behind the net. Vyasov trying to feather this one in. Back out now here to McCoy at the central ice area, and move backhand rink wide. Here's Jones, left there behind there by Charlie Smart. Jones starts out of his own zone, gets by 1, gets by 2, leaves O'Kane's stick in the dust, and breaks in now 3-on-3 with Jonathan who shoots and puts it about 3 metres wide of the right-hand post of the net of Kruger. This one moved back now here to Jack McCoy. McCoy pursued there by Hood on the forecheck, just shakes off that check. McCoy moves it back out, run into a wall, and turn the puck over there. Here's Jones now, puck at his skate, shoots, and that was kicked out by Kruger. Vyasov sense the check there of Manwaring incoming, and it's moved back out now here to centre. Kokanen, 3-on-2 break now here for the Mustangs. Beatty to Kokanen, back to Beatty. Beatty puts that into the netting, and good chance.
Where was he going with that one? Looked like he was going to the moon.
No, I thought he was kicking for touch there.
Johnny Ford or Newcastle certainly bringing the physicality today. Well, they're trying to. There's no doubt about that. And I think that they have to try to knock a few of the offensive players off their game.
Yeah, well, as we saw earlier, as this shot is blocked up high, comes back now here to Humphries, diving on the ice. There was Stanger thrown into the slot, no one home, but Robertson's there for the Mustangs, slings one on net, and that goes well wide. Here's Bellick now, prodded at there by Naden, managed to keep the puck in. Bellick got checked there by Powell in front of the bench, and that one's put out by Stanger, out to Powell. Powell got run there, turned the puck over. Stanger almost takes out 2 Mustangs players, and the puck coughs up. Now here to Pat Naden for the Newcastle Northstars. Shot there by Naden, was turned aside by Kruger. Naden gets his own rebound and almost stolen there by Burke, and eventually done so. Burke now breaks in, almost 3-on-2 again the other way here for the Mustangs. Humphries goes towards the net. Burke now picked up there by Sheard. Well great on the back check, and he starts out with a little chip and chase of his own, gets knocked to the ice, appeals for interference, go unheralded. Here's Kruger now for the Mustangs, deals it off to Bellick, and all the way back now here to Robertson. Burke posting up high. Bellick touches it all the way back, slapped back in by Poulin out to Kuhn, and back now here to Hartrick on the near side. Here's Kuhn, dances around O'Kane. Kuhn still got the puck, slings it in front, and that was deflected. I almost caught Kabashian up high, and he has the puck now. Kabashian with Kuhn in front of the net. Went to him there, and that was just about half a foot over the stick there of Stephen Kuhn. Malloy keeps the play alive, moved back in, and all the way over down to Felix Poulin. Poulin puts it in down low. Hartrick on the puck. Now Kabashian. Now Poulin. Back down here to Hartrick. Looking for options to present themselves. Goes down low. Here's Kabashian. Side of the net. Swings it in. That was off the side of the net. Literally. And all the way back out now here to Hartrick. Poulin breaking in. And Hartrick spotted him. Tried to be gloved down there by Kuhn. Touched up. So no hand pass being the call. Burke now throws this out blindly here to Pat O'Kane on the far side. O'Kane moving in now with Humphries. O'Kane pulls up, waits for reinforcements to arrive. Nothing on offer. Vyasov now in the corner. Slings it behind. O'Kane now in the slot. Picks up the loose puck. Backhand on front. It's loose in front. Oh, great defense there from Poulin. Cancelling out that opportunity there for the Mustangs. Good build up there from Vyasov and O'Kane. That pass out there to Hartrick was in his skates, couldn't do much with it. McCoy fires that right back out as Malloy took a run there at Vyasov. That's going to be icing, and we'll have a whistle.
Well, that was very, very close. Vadim almost had that right where he wanted it, and bury the puck, and it's 2-0.
Yeah.
But down at the other end here, I was just going to say, you don't see very often where you got Burke and Pat O'Kane and Humphreys, and they're tied in their own end. And part of the problem was they were standing watching instead of going at them. Yep. And that gave Northstars a lot of time to set up for some fairly rugged offense.
Here's Kokinen now for the Mustangs. Touched out now here to centre. Pushed off it there was Vyasov. Beatty picks it up and gives it back now here to O'Kane. Throws it in front and loose in front of the slot. Here's Vyasov with a chance. Whoa. And a great shot block there from Newcastle. Turnaround drive. That's kicked out by Smart. Loose in front. Ferrari deals with it and pushes it wide. Here's Kokinen. Back now here to Beatty with a bit of time and space. A shot. Great save by Smart. And we get a whistle. Wow.
Well, Charlie Smart earned his Christmas present, that's for sure, mate, because he just made 4 good saves. Lost some pretty wild offense there, too. So you are the Northstars coach, Mr. Petrie. You don't want to have that happening. You got to get that puck out. You want to be doing what he did just a couple minutes ago on the Mustangs' #1 line, right?
Yep.
So...
Well, with Jamie Burke's effort last night, he's moved into second in terms of the point-scoring race for the AIHL and tops at all goal scorers with 20. So he's having quite a career year. Here's Kuhn down the near side. Kuhn with Hartrick in front of the net. Kuhn swings it right, spots Kabashian. Kabashian tries to break in. Stolen there by McCoy. McCoy has it now for the Mustangs. Checked into the glass. Opens the door now here for Kabashian. Kabashian with Hartrick right in the crease. Kabashian now too much in front of him to do anything with. Kept on side there by Malloy. Good job from him. And put him behind. Hartrick throws it out. Intended target there was Poulin and just couldn't connect. And all the way back to the own blue line of the Northstars goes Rob Malloy. Turns it straight over. Here's Humphreys. Gets checked there by Malloy. It's loose in the high slot. Picked up now here by Burke. Calling for it is Beatty. Beatty with a drive and a great save there by Smart. And he puts it in to the opposite corner. Here comes Kabashian. Loose on the puck. Got 2 Mustangs forecheckers to deal with. Puck comes out now here to Hartrick at the centre ice area. Tried to go there to Poulin. Beatty picks it up now here for the Mustangs with McCoy, his opposite defensive partner. That's the puck now, pressured into the corner. Poked away there by Kabashian. Kabashian did well on the forecheck to force the turnover. Tops it over there to Poulin, who pinched in and just couldn't connect again. Kabashian now going to get another go at it. Kabashian fires it this time and all. That hurt Matt Beatty. That caught him on the inside of the thigh where there's no padding. And he's limping, as you can see. Here's Poulin now. Poulin deals it across. Looking in, here's Kabashian. In front, they score! What a play by the Newcastle Northstars. Tic-tac-toe. And Joe Hartrick gets them on the board.
What's Beatty? Beatty's really angry. He's angry, and I don't know, did he get hit or something?
Yeah, that was just a shot. It was nothing, there was no malice in it. Here's the drive. This is actually the play
he got cleaned out by Hartrick.
No, I don't think there was anything wrong with that. That was actually, the shot hit him up high inside the leg.
Yeah, I think just watch, and I'm not saying it was dirty, but I think he got cleaned up by Hartrick, and he must have thought there was something in it, and that's why he went off his noo-noo.
Okay, well, I thought the initial blast was there. Here's a check there from Robertson. You might have a look there on the replay. And this one's Bellick. Moved in around. Robertson now has it behind the net. Out now here to Vyasov. Vyasov gets checked there by Jones. Forces the turnover. Manwaring's pass all the way back now here to Lindsay. 10 seconds left in the period. Vyasov tries to return the favour. Picked up by Robertson. Swung right out to centre ice. Here's Lindsay now looking for a late shot perhaps from long range. Poulin picks it up, but he's going to be too late. Oh, and that was Jonathan Booth, excuse me, as the Mustangs bench protest. And this game, as a certain tweeter pointed out, getting a little testy.
Yeah, well, you know what? They got to keep focused, okay? So in the scheme of things, yes, it was right on the whistle. Get over it. It's a 1-1 game. You got far more important things to be thinking about than that. And that's exactly what the deal is here. So you're going to ask me what my thoughts are?
Yeah.
My thoughts are it's 1-1, and it's anybody's game. So the first guys who lose sight of what they're out here for, they're the guys who are going to lose the game, and they can't afford to do that. So they have to go, each team needs to go into the dressing room, take a couple deep breaths and go, we're going to have the puck more than they are, and we're going to beat their goaltenders.
Exactly right. And Joe Hartrick's 13th goal of the year being the difference in this period in terms of the scoreline, but it's exactly the same scoreline in terms of the numerical advantage. 1-1, the Mustangs won, the Northstars won. We'll be back with period number 3 after the second intermission. Don't go away. And welcome back. Period number 3 of the Northstars and Mustangs about to commence. 1-1 the score. Goal scorers Pat O'Kane for the Mustangs and for Newcastle. Joe Hartrick got the goal in the second period to tie the game. And Rod, what are you expecting coming into this third period?
Well, I'm expecting that both teams are going to have to keep their heads level, and they're going to have to try hard to break the goalies and set the pace here. So the first team that falters are going to go down.
Here's Vyasov now. Hemming the puck there deep in the Newcastle zone. Vyasov battling there in the corner. Pushes this one in. Throwing the body in there is Kuhn and forcing the puck out. Here's Kabashian now through centre. Kabashian with Hartrick. Hartrick just stays on side. Now here's Kuhn down the far side. Kuhn with Hartrick towards the net. Kuhn pinned into the corner, loses his edge and loses the puck in the process. Malloy tries to throw the hit there on O'Kane. This opens up an opportunity now here for Vyasov. Vyasov fires and a save there by Smart, and the puck goes into the glass. Hartrick cleans up the rebound, and he's pursued there by Kokanen in the corner, pinned to the glass. In for the remainder there is Malloy, poked out there by Beatty. Thought that was offside, not called, and play continues. Here's Kokanen, swings it in front. O'Kane the only player there, and well wide of his stick. Here's Kabashian now retreating into his own zone. Kabashian pulling up. Northstars are completing a change. Jones on the ice. Hartrick retreating. Here's Kabashian. Though shoots and put it over the mask there of Kruger. And the puck goes into the corner. Here's Beatty now. Beatty there for the Mustangs. Dishes this one back off. Here's Robertson. Banks this one off the kick plate. Now picked up there by Ferrari. Onside there was Hoot. Hoot now lifts this one up. But Robertson there for the Mustangs cleans up. Here's Humphreys. Humphreys now with Bellick. Humphreys pursued there. Puts the pass back to Robertson. Give and go. Humphreys peels off and evades the check there of the Northstars through Hoot. Swung up now here through centre. Intended target was Burke. Smart forced to cover, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, that was a good read by Humphreys, but very, very dangerous, okay? Right up the slot, right? And if it comes off, fantastic. If it doesn't come off, Mr. Kruger is not a happy camper.
No, he would not be indeed with that kind of living dangerously. Here's Humphreys. I'm guilty of more than guilty of that in my reserves, quote-unquote, career. Here's Robertson over the blue line now. Poked up there by Bellick, comes back onto the puck, pursued there by Ferrari into the corner. Bellick drops that one off, picked off now here by Humphreys. Wheels back over the top of the face-off circle. Fans on that, excuse me, and here comes a diving Hoot. Couldn't force it out to centre. Lindsay's going to have to retreat here for Newcastle and pick the puck up here behind the net. Fires it now here to Kabashian, fresh off the bench and fresh into the action, in over the line. 2-on-2 break with Jones. Jones now gets this one in, he shoots off the side of the net. Northstars fans thought he'd scored. Moves back out now here into the corner. Here's Kuhn. Kuhn puts it back in deep, comes off the referee. Kabashian picks up a loose puck, checked there by Bellick. Back now here to Kuhn and back all the way to Malloy at the point. Malloy fires it on net. Save by Kruger, rebound! Oh, what a save by Kruger! Wow! Beatty is well there to deny Hartrick. Had a great opportunity there for the Northstars, and Kruger standing big again here from the Mustangs. Kabashian fires it out now here to Poulan, who's pinching in. Dishes back off to Kuhn. One-time shot, didn't get all of it. Trickles through to Kruger, he covers.
Well, let's see if we can't see that again. So who saved their bacon? Was it Kruger, or was it Beatty, or was it the post, or was it God looking down upon them all?
Let's have a look. Oh, well, initially I thought Kruger got the paddle. May have looked like Hartrick hit the side of the net there, but couldn't have been centimetres in it.
No.
But nonetheless, Kruger got that. Easily the save of the game. Here's Beatty now, off to Vyasov, down the near side, avoids Malloy. Vyasov swings that one bad to a trailing Kokanen, couldn't connect, and Hartrick steals the pass and gets a give and go there from Malloy. Up now, here intended target there, Kuhn, bounces back now here to Beatty, gets around Kabashian. Oh, Malloy is spun 360 after trying to hit Beatty, and the play goes back the other way, saved by Smart, and... wow.
For a gangly guy, like, you just wouldn't think that, but he rolled off Malloy's check, and that was a good check, and he recovers and gets a shot off.
Let's have a look.
Boom. He just sort of knocked him aside like a bag of potatoes.
Well, that's, I didn't know Rob Malloy was a breakdancer in his spare time, but full credit to him. He was straight back off after shaking off the worst of it. And here comes the Mustangs through Vyasov, peels right back off. Ferrari right on his case. Vyasov trying to get through to the slot and put back now here to Kokanen with Robertson. Kokanen tries to corral the blue line, does so. Got Malloy and McCoy in the play. Here's Kokanen trying to break through the high slot and cleaned up there by Ferrari and swung out now here by Newcastle out to centre. Mainwaring there on the forecheck. Here's McCoy, puts it right back out to Vyasov. Peels off now. Stolen there by the Newcastle. Onside there was Hoot. And he's forced into the boards there by Vyasov. Hoot Digging at it there with Vyasov, loses his edge and loses the puck, and here comes McCoy out over the blue line. McCoy calling for it is Vyasov, unattended there. Goes up against Ferrari. Vyasov shoots, and pretty comfortable save for Smart, and he holds on.
Yeah, that was a no play at the end of it, but one thing I'll say about Vadim is he lost the puck. He lost the puck in the wrong place, but he was smart enough to go after the North Stars player, take him to the boards, and kill anything that was about to not go their way from happening. So that was a positive move.
So Nathan Stanger, Wetney, Sheard and Powell on the ice for the North Stars. Stringer, Schumer and Fisher for the Mustangs. So youth lines both out. Well, at least 50% of the youth lines are being generous to Tim Stanger and Matt Wetney. Here's Wetney now trying to get it back now here to Hayden Sheard. I'm sure he'll meet me after the game. Here's Sheard, banks this one off the boards. Put in back by Robertson. Sheard now pushes this right back out. Looking there for Powell at the blue line. Ends up back now here with the Newcastle Northstars. I'll have to touch up as they're offside. Offside call washed out. Here's Bellick for the Mustangs. Puts it out now here to Schumer. Back now here to Wetney at centre ice. Backhands this right back to where it came from. 15:44 to go here in the third. Score still 1-1. As Sheard loses his edge, goes over, and the puck goes all the way back now here to Wetney for the North Stars. Out now here to Stanger. Stanger sees the check coming. Puts it right back in deep. Here's Kruger. Handed off now here to Bellick. Bunts this one off the boards. Comes right back out to the centre face-off circle. Picked up now here by Sheard. Fires it right back on Kruger. And he's going to have to force the face-off.
So you know how yesterday I might have had a couple of guffaws in relation to, Anders is back. Anders, game day. North Stars needs to be more desperate. Take chances, lose this game, and they're gone. Well, they need to certainly push their offense, Anders. There's no doubt about that. And they've got nothing to lose now. They've got to go for it.
Yeah, quite correct, as we mentioned before during the broadcast. That one saved by Kruger is that the schedule is not going to be friendly to the North Stars coming up the next month. So here's Malloy. Wins that battle out now there with Bellick. Put it behind the net and over the goal line. Humphries tried to steer it on the net of Smart. Didn't get much on it. And out comes Hartrick now for the North Stars. Hands off now here to Kabashian, playing top line minutes. Kabashian now down the left-hand side. Shoots, and while losing his edge, there was Hartrick and knocking the net off in the process, and we'll have a face-off.
And you know what? Watch that. Hartrick slimed beside Kruger, and he made sure Kruger was okay. So that's the sort of thing you want to see.
Yeah.
So he gets 10 points for me for that. Now, getting back to what I was trying to say, I may have actually caused a bit of a kerfuffle with Mr. Kabashian by calling him the wrong thing. So I don't want you to fall into that. There's a gentleman out there, number 24, and if I read it, it's Ruth, and you've been calling him Hoot. So there's a reason for that.
He's Swedish.
There you go. Okay.
So I'm sure Anders will back me up on that, but no, I've been on the ball on that one. Here's Kabashian now. Kabashian brings it in front. Hartrick scores! Second goal of the game. What a goal from Joe Hartrick. Deja vu at both ends. Kabashian supplying the assist. Hartrick supplying the goal, and it is 2-1 Newcastle.
Well, that's very, very interesting because the Mustangs have played well. They've played well throughout this game. So let's just watch to see what happens here. There was a bit of a drop pass that was misread. Nobody was there, and the North Stars just picked the puck up, circled, and bingo, it's in.
Goal number 14 on the year for Joe Hartrick, and he puts his team one up here with 14 minutes to play. Here in the third, Hoot with some nice stick work. Moved back now here to Robertson. Steals the puck. Had a good game so far, Troy Robertson. Harassed there by Hoot. Hold calls erupts here from the Mustangs bench. Fired right back into the zone. Manwaring now going to escape back now here with Bellick. Icing washed out. And the puck moved back now in behind the net to Vadim Vyasov. And he starts out now here for the Mustangs. Drops it right back off, almost dangerously with Kokkonen, with Jones right on his case. And Kokkonen retreats back behind his own net to start the breakout now here for the Mustangs. Kokkonen in over the blue line, gets by Hoot and gets by Jones as well. Kokkonen still got the puck, dishes it right back off there to Kane. Bit of miscommunication was behind. Hoot gets knocked to the ice after trying to throw the check there on Vyasov, and meeting a similar fate of Rob Malloy just moments ago. This one's shot out there here by Robertson. Matt Lindsay avoids the check there of O'Kane. Jones just threw O'Kane to the ice. And it's the second meeting those two gentlemen have had in 2 games. Here's Burke now. Burke moving in. O'Kane looking for it. Smart looking for it as well. And Malloy's got it. Sorry, Lindsay, excuse me. And he puts it right back in over the blue line. And plenty of action here in this last 45 seconds in the third period. Here's Beatty now. Kuhn. Back now here to Bellick. Left the puck behind. Thought that was offside. Not called. Here's Hartrick now. Hartrick wins the puck and got a player in behind play. That being Kabashian. Kabashian now. One-on-one with McCoy. Kabashian pulls up and, well, lost his edge in the process. And the puck's still in the Mustang zone. Golden opportunity there for the Northstars to make that 3-1. But, however, play continues. Swatted right back down. Now put up now here by Bellick. Bellick harassed there by Hartrick. Gets the pass off now here to Humphrey. Shoots, and another pretty easy save there for Smart. And he holds on. Great game so far from Charlie Smart.
Certainly, he's playing very, very well. And, I mean, you can't take anything away from Kruger either. He's having a great game, too. So both goaltenders are doing what they're meant to do. But you get things like what happened there on that second goal. So you got a little bit of a drop pass behind the net, and it was misread, and all of a sudden, it's a freebie for the Northstars, and the next thing you know, the puck's in the net. So really can't be happening.
So move back now by Sheard. Back now here to Bellick. Bellick now fires, and that one is put into the netting. We'll get a face-off.
So I just want to put a little plug in. The dudes across the ice to the right, they're the Pascoe Vale Panthers of the under-13 footy club, and they've come with their parents to watch what ice hockey's all about. So I'm sure that they've got a different perspective on this sport from being right at where the action is, right on the glass.
And hopefully some future recruits might be able to steal them from another code. Here's
you never know.
Kokinen now. That one slung wide of the net. Ferrari in there, gets checked there by O'Kane. Puck put out to the half, all gathered in by Robertson. Flicked right back down. Here come the Northstars through Manwaring. Manwaring with Jones going towards the net. Manwaring tries to go there to Zane Jones and just couldn't get the pass through to him. As Robertson puts Manwaring into the glass. Jones goes into the corner now with the puck. Jones fishes this one right out here to O'Kane. 3-on-3. Back the other way. Here's Vyasov. Couldn't get the initial pass. Gets a chance to control the puck. Pushes it right back to O'Kane, but loses it in the process. And here's Jones and O'Kane, as we've called many times this weekend. Jones now spoons that one out right onto this blade there of Vyasov. Tried to get it back to O'Kane. Picked off. And the Northstars take control here through Zane Jones. Feathers that one right back into Kabashian with a timely stick lift. Kabashian shoots. And Kruger with the save. And referee says play on. Vyasov. Pick back now to hit a Humphreys. Malloy throws the hit again and just couldn't get much on it. And icing called. Interesting call.
Well, when they should call it, sometimes they don't. And when they shouldn't call it, sometimes they do. James Morgan, a one-goal lead ain't going to get this one done, methinks.
No, I'd have to agree.
You're right, James.
It's too much on a knife edge, particularly with the play coming back either way. You know, we've seen so many odd man rushes either way, and it may only think that it's just a case of who makes the first mistake.
That's correct.
Here's Bellick. Neck now here to Poulet. Retreats back over his own goal line, rims the puck around, picked up there by Kabashian with a no-look gather in. Here's now back to Kuhn over the far side. Kuhn gains the goal line, flips it right back in over the goal line of the other team, being the Mustangs, and picked up by Matt Beatty, who starts play back the other way. Beatty now through the centre ice area, dishes off now here to Burke. Burke looking for a shot, tipped up into the netting, and that will be that, as Stephen Kuhn gives him a little bit of a tap or two.
I was going to say Zane Jones.
Yeah.
So he's a pretty physical dude, but you watch him after he makes contact and things like that, he looks like he's probably the happiest guy that ever put a set of or some ice hockey equipment on, because he's always smiling and looking at the opposition player in that kind of happy-go-lucky way. What do you reckon?
He's got quite the toothless grin on him too. So we can convince him to play for Australia. We will. He'd be even more of a smiling assassin, but no, plenty of physicality, as we've seen all season, but plenty of this weekend too. Particularly Pat O'Kane will attest to that. Yep. As this one moved out now here by Kabashian. Right wide pass out now here to Lindsay in over the blue line. Lindsay looking for an option. Nice tip in front there of Stephen Kuhn, and Kruger managed to make the save. Great play there from Lindsay to spot Kuhn, and Kruger with a better save.
So going back to Mr. Jones, and you're right, Pat O'Kane's bounced off him a few times. So.
Oh yeah, that's particularly that one yesterday. Almost, swapped the jersey out with Cam Critchlow the previous week, and you couldn't tell the difference. But this one moved in front. Hartrick tries to jam it home. Great save by Kruger. Follow-up drive is loose and moved out now here by Vyasov, and very nearly 3-1. Kokinen back now here to Vyasov. Vyasov in over the blue line. Vyasov still got the puck. Turnaround shot, and that was sprayed about a metre wide of Smart, but had Smart going the right way in terms of opening up the net. And moved all the way back now here to Beatty for the Mustangs. Beatty with Malloy on the point and Ferrari. This one moved back now here to Kokanen. I was going to say, Rob Malloy's taken his angry pills this weekend. Usually not that much of a too physical defenseman, but he's thrown quite a number of checks this weekend, as I will say. Maybe he realises the predicament his team's in terms of playoff qualification. This one now moved back out of the blue line. Kokanen way behind. Poulin picks it up and fires it right back in. McCoy's going to go and gather it with Mainwaring in on the forecheck here for the North Stars, and Lazzarotto as well.
He might not have liked my potato comment.
We'll soon see. Here's Beatty now. Beatty in over the line and offside, a little too hasty was his teammate Matt Stringer, and we're going to whistle.
So there's 9 minutes left, and this is anyone's game. We got one from work here. What do you think about 3x3 hockey rather than shootout after regulation in AHL?
All for it.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, in the scheme of things, I hate to win or lose a game off a shootout. So bring on something that at least keeps it looking like a game.
Well, I mean, we saw during the All-Star game when the entire third period was 3-on-3. That was awesome, just end-to-end. And obviously, you've seen it in the NHL. It's just another level. Here's Jones now looking for the hit there on Beatty. Put back up now here to Ferrari. Jones one-on-one now here with McCoy. Possible 2-on-1 with Mainwaring. Here's Jones. Jones shoots! Off the pipe! And nearly the third goal of the game for the North Stars. Here's Lindsay. Now Beatty, his opposite number, has the puck. Beatty now swings this one up. Touched there by Fisher. Turned over. Back out at centre. Beatty and Lazzarotto breaking in here for the Mustangs. Now here's Stringer arriving late. Stringer shoots. Good save by Smart. As he cut across, there's Hoot and Mainwaring have a little bit of a discussion there.
The thing was there, though, that probably wasn't the time to shoot because he actually had a guy open off the far post.
Yep.
And in his defense, like, all these things happen very quickly.
Yep.
But no one, watch this, okay? Look who's there. Wide open, dude.
Yeah. The Stringer came late as Luke Fisher and Liam Mainwaring are having a heart-to-heart all the way to the bench.
Jonesy's smiling again.
There you go. Oh, well. All's fair in love and war as this one moved back now here to the North Stars as they pick the puck up and start to move it out here through Kuhn. Out to Joe Hartrick at the blue line. Hartrick back to Kuhn. There's Kardashian parked on the blue line, but Kuhn's going to do it himself and bust in over the line. Kuhn checked there by Bellick, moved it back. Well, tried to go back to Poulin. It was cut off. And Poulin now keeps it in on the right side of the blue line. Fires it in behind. Coote trying to skate onto it. Kardashian's got it now here for Newcastle. Picked off there by Robertson and flung around. Poulin chops it off before it goes offside and swings play back the other way, but no North Stars players there. There's Kardashian. Glove down now here by Hartrick. Swung on net. Blocked up high and put back now here by Malloy back to his partner Poulin, who gets back over the blue line. Well timed. Shot is wide and back out to the blue line again it comes. Kardashian flings it across and it's picked off as Poulin couldn't get there in time. And Robertson gets the pass out now here to Bellick. Bellick now with Humphries. Bellick down the near side. Tried to swing that one out now to Humphries. Stolen there by Hartrick. Backhanded across there to Kardashian. And picked up now here by Kuhn in front of the penalty box. Rode the check there of Humphries, as did Kardashian on Bellick. And the puck comes all the way back now here to Mitch Humphries. 8:12 to go here in the game. As Humphries gets over the blue line. Only North Stars players in front of him. Back now here to Burke behind him. Shoots and a save by Charlie Smart. As Burke gave Jones a butt end. Wow, no penalty there.
What did he do? I missed that.
Pretty clear butt end there from Jamie Burke as he is saying Jones, he's looking for a dance partner. But that was a pretty blatant butt end there from Jamie Burke.
What was Jamie saying there when he went by? I've got a truck for sale.
Maybe. A fire truck, or four of them apparently. As referee Hamilton having a word with Casper Russell-Huber, their linesman. Let's have a look at the replay. Here's the play. Here's Zane Jones and Burke. Yeah, there you go. Right. Butt end right in the chest there.
Well, like I said before, we can laugh a little bit about it, but at the end of the day, if someone takes a silly penalty here, right, it could very well be the end of their season or a contributing event to the end of their season. So you just do not want to do that. Mustangs have to stay focused. They need to get a goal, tie this game up, and then beat the North Stars. North Stars need to keep their lead and keep their head screwed on.
So, no penalties coming out of that, despite a bit of a lengthy conversation. Draw one now here by Newcastle. Here's Lindsay. And he picks it up behind the goal line with Vyasov in on the forecheck now here for Newcastle. Sorry, I should say Mustangs. I'm getting colourblind already. Here's Vyasov. Not even the colours I'm usually colourblind with. Here's dropped off now here to Hoot. Hoot now moves back in over the line. Back now here to Jones. And O'Kane goes around, but Ferrari's poke check proves the difference maker. As the Northstars player wiped out deep in the zone. Didn't see who that was. And we have a whistle. Neutral zone face-off incoming. So as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, I mean, the Mustangs, they got a pretty tough schedule ahead of them as well, but sitting in the box seat in terms of the points and over the Ice Dogs. It'll be interesting to see what the Ice Dogs result is later today against the Melbourne Ice as the benches continue their little vocabulary session. Here's Kabashian now one-on-one with Kruger, tries to go 5-hole, great save, Kruger. And Kabashian, right off the draw, was off to the races and very nearly made it 3-1.
Well, he's got wheels, and again, someone's just got to get in his way and impede his progress to the net or to the puck. And it's easier said than done, but that's your job. You can't let this guy freewheel. So he beat two Mustangs players to pick that puck up, and he just didn't get good wood on that, and Kruger stopped him.
And this one moved out, put back in front, and, well, Hartrick was digging at it. A loose puck in the end was covered by Kruger, and we get a whistle.
I reckon Hartrick's looking for his hat trick. Hartrick, hat trick. Get that? HH.
You've had, what, 6 periods to pick that up?
Well, I've been working on my vocabulary, that's why. I haven't been thinking about that.
I'm still trying to get past syllables in my own name, so 7:25 to go. Don't forget, fans, the AIHL Final Series, September 2nd and 3rd at this very venue, O'Brien Group Arena. Head over to the AIHL.com, source your tickets. We hope to see you here that weekend. Will be a big one. As we said, there's about, 5 weeks to go now. So, season goes by as fast. Here's Robertson now. Checks there on Hartrick. As two North Stars players couldn't get the job done on the forecheck, but forced out now here by Humphreys. As well, North Stars reinforcements arrive, but it moves back out now here through Bellick, through the neutral zone. Bellick with Poulan in pursuit. Bellick left the puck behind, managed to get a blind pass in front of the slot, picked up by Malloy, and hands off now here to Poulan. Poulan now. Back up now here to Rob Malloy. Malloy now through the neutral zone. Humphreys leaning on him. Tried to get the pass away. Bellick stole it, tried to get it out now here to Beatty. Beatty does so, got Poulan to beat. Pretty weak little chip pass there, and it goes into the opposite corner. Malloy to pick this one up. Malloy now gets it past Kuhn. In on the back check comes Pat Naden, and fired right back in by Bellick, and picked up, well, I thought it was going to be picked up by Charlie Smart, but I got ahead of myself, and the puck trickles all the way through here to Kale Kabashian to start things, and the puck is in good hands. Well, I thought it was, just as I said that, I jinxed him, because O'Kane steals it and shoots, and a save there by Smart, and he covers.
Well, Kabashian probably should have just kept going, because he had the Mustangs guys beat, and he should have just kept going for open ice. Wait a second. Now, you know it'd be time for another plug. So I was just thinking, are you getting married?
That's correct.
And so you probably need someone to give you printing for your wedding invitations. Who would you go to?
I'd go to Minuteman Press if I were you, Rob. Minuteman Press, proud sponsor of the Mustangs. Well, we've only got 2 more home games, fans, so we'll work on them for the Thunder games coming in. That was better than the other one, I'll give you that. And a big hit there by Robertson on Naden as Jones gets in on the forecheck over the goal line. Jones couldn't get the pass away. Robertson stole it off him. Had a very good game, Troy Robertson. As this one moved, I thought was going to be moved out. Powell tried to provide the pressure, and it trickles out now here to O'Kane with Burke. O'Kane, right way to the trailer now here. Kokanen shoots. Great save by Smart. It's underneath him, and he covers. Wow, Charlie Smart standing tall here in the third period.
And I mean, again, like I keep saying, you got to keep Kabashian out of the slot and that sort of thing, but you can't let Kokanen come down, take all the time in the world, and they actually turned away from him. Watch the play. They opened up and gave him a free go at Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie would be angry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he wouldn't be.
Charlie must have had his angels for that one. What do you reckon?
I thought that was a pretty good save. I think he'd be happy with the save, angry with his defense.
That's what I mean.
Okay, I was going to say he'd be genuinely angry. Fair enough. Well, goalies are crazy, so you never know.
Well, they are. My brother's a goalie. Weird dude.
Here's Ferrari. Trickled out now here to Beatty. Puts it right back in. Bellick. Poulan now. Chopped down by Bellick again. As Humphreys was there, but stolen now here by Kuhn for the North Stars, and he's got Kabashian on the other wing. Kuhn around Beatty. Belt back to his knees, puts the puck back to the point, stolen by Humphries, and he moves around Pullan, but Ferrari's retreating here for Newcastle. Shot that right off the scone there of Humphries, who was on the ice, and the puck rebounds over here to Vyasov, but the puck now back out over the line, and Hartrick now. Hartrick in on a breakaway here for Newcastle. Hartrick, Kruger shoots, and he scores! What a bottle off! Goal number 3, hat-trick for Hartrick. The Northstars up by a deuce.
Hat-trick for Hartrick there. You had to say that, didn't you? Okay. Well, you know, I'm a Mustang supporter all the way, but that was a great play by Hartrick and a great goal. Right?
And the beanie on the ice,
yeah.
I think that's... So, Joe Hartrick with his 15th goal of the year. As we have a look.
Yeah, upstairs, great shot. Great shot. And I mean, again, a breakdown at their blue line. He beats the defense, has a free shot, or free go in on Kruger. No one's stopping him. He gets right where he wants to be, and he lets a good shot go. Kruger couldn't stop that.
So Newcastle with a hand and 4 fingers on the 3 points here. A crucial win should they take it. Here's Jones now. Jones feeds it through to Manwaring. Manwaring got a clear path to net, and Kruger being the only obstacle and the last obstacle to overcome, and he proved exactly that as the puck comes out now here to O'Kane. Almost stolen there by Manwaring. Back now here to Lindsay. Puts it back out here to Lim and Manwaring. Thought Robertson was coming, did so. Huth now has the puck now here for the North Stars. Huth cutting towards the net, and Burke slaps it right back out to centre. And here's Lindsay now for the Newcastle North Stars. Lindsay in over the blue line. Lindsay still got the puck. Fires, and that one was off the shoulder there of Kruger. And the puck comes back out now here to Jones in front of the Mustangs bench. Turns around and casually puts it right back in before retreating for a change. Puck in behind. Here's Robertson, pursued there by Kerbashian. And he goes to the ice, and the Mustangs trying to break it out, and they do so now here through Burke. Burke being chopped at there by Hartrick, prodded at there by Pullan, and slapped right back out, but put back in there by Koken and into the netting. And the Pascoe Vale under-13s get a souvenir puck.
They do, and they'll be going crazy.
Well, they'll remember this. There's some marketing for you there, Rod.
Absolutely.
There's no better marketing there than a free puck. So.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that in an ice hockey game, you don't throw the puck back, like you do in a cricket match.
Yeah, or the footy.
Yeah.
I have seen the footy scored at an AFL game, at an Eagles game about 14 years ago. Someone caught the footy and ran out before they put the nets behind that. So fair play to that.
North American, obviously.
No, Australian.
No, I mean, the North American dude ran out with the football.
Oh, I'm assuming. Well, I'd like to see that happen. Here's Beatty. And that's offside. Sorry, icing, excuse me. Yeah, no, he literally caught the footy and was out, down. He happened to be sitting 2 seats from the exit, grabbed it, and he was out.
Yeah,
so,
well, dude, in North America, you don't give anything back.
No.
Bring my baseball glove, catch the balls, put them in my bag, go home.
Well, you know what? Well, that can go one of 2 ways. If you're the Chicago Cubs circa 2004, Steve Bartman.
That was, yeah.
Here's Vyasov. Shoots, and that was wide of the net of Charlie Smart. And that one goes off the side of the net with Ferrari in pursuit. Here's Vyasov now for the Mustangs. Vyasov peeled right back off. And, well, has to go take 2 there on that cycle. Gets it now here to Humphries. Slings one. Great save by Charlie Smart. Getting the glove up. And now it comes away here to Kale Kerbashian with Kuhn. Kerbashian, both Ks on the ice. Now Kerbashian. Oh, what a play there from Kale Kerbashian. But Kruger wiser to it. And broken up there by the Mustangs. That one also broken up by Kale Kerbashian at centre, but peeled right back here to Beatty. Losing his stick there was Kuhn. Kokenin touches this off to Burke, looking for a shot. Back there to Kokenin, shoot! Oh, what a save by Charlie Smart. Highlight reel, post to post.
Now that was a great play. Good setup. And once again, the Mustang player saw his open man, and that was Kokenin. And again, I don't think Kokenin got everything on that, okay? Yeah. But it was a good setup, and Charlie Smart makes a great save, and it's still 3-1. So it's going to get interesting now with 3 minutes left to see what the Mustangs bench does and what Mr. Kruger does.
Yeah. So we got something in front of the North Stars bench. I think the door was open. Okay. Yes.
As long as it wasn't a wayward beanie.
Well, as long as the door wasn't open during play. Anyway,
yeah, we don't want that.
No. Here's one moved back now here to Manwaring. 2-on-2 break with Lindsay. Manwaring down the near side. Shoots it across. Kicked out by Kruger. And dealt with in terms of the rebound there by Beatty. Manwaring now puts the check on. McCoy fishes it out. O'Kane tried to glove it down. Gloved it right back into his own zone in the process. and McCoy has to circle back and pick it up. Back now here to Beatty, 2:46 to go. We'll keep an eye on James Kruger if he decides to head to the Mustangs bench. Beatty relinquished control of the puck. Hoot collides with Beatty, but Beatty regains control of the puck with a couple of North Stars players to deal with. Here's the North Stars through Hoot, muscles his way through. Jones backhands this one casually into the zone and heads back to the bench for a lane change. McCoy picks it up. 2:23 to go. McCoy, well, nice forecheck there from Kale Kobashian as he moves back in. Kobashian now trying to force one through. Kobashian still got the puck. Had everyone beat, including the commentator. Now back now here to Kuhn, picked up here by Robertson. And he battles there with Kuhn at the blue line. Humphries finally gets it over the blue line, and Burke now moves it out over the blue line and down the near side. Burke now puts it on net. Easy save there for Smart, and he covers. So 1:58 to play here in the third.
Come on, Mustangs fans.
And
we are the seventh man out there, so make
a possible six-skater situation here for the Mustangs. I mean, the point...
He's looking now.
We could have a timeout. I think we do have a timeout called.
Yep.
Here by Coach Michael Flaherty.
Well, there's only one real thing to do, mate, and that's get the puck into the North Stars end.
Yep.
Right? Get control, get your goaltender off, and pop a goal,
yep.
And then do it again. And, you know, crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
So you just, if you're the North Stars, you do not want to give up puck possession, and you certainly don't want to be in your end for much or any of this. So the last thing I want to be doing if I'm trying to hold my lead is give the puck to the opposition.
As we see Max Perron leading the special teams. As I said, been out injured, what, 3-4 weeks now?
Yeah, he's been out for a while, and it's a bit unfortunate because when he got injured, he was on a roll, man.
Oh yeah. So Robertson, Beatty, Burke, Vyasov, and Pat O'Kane on for the Mustangs. 6 skaters already. Net is empty. Robertson also out there. Kokanen on the draw. Chipped in deep. Here's Poulan. Slaps this right back head. Cut off there by Beatty. Kobashian tries to get it out. Kokanen tries to get control. And he's got Poulan to deal with, and he backhands this one out to the defensive zone and buys his team some time. There's Petrie just urging calm on part of the North Stars on the bench. Here's Burke now. Burke in over the line. Traverses it backwards. Here's Poulan. Got by him. Here's Beatty. Trying to get that back out to Vyasov. Pursued there by Kuhn. Kuhn puts this in behind. Poulan gets right before everyone. Slaps this one out. This is going to be icing. And we will have a face-off to the right of Charlie Smart.
Well, it's interesting, but the Mustangs look a bit tentative, okay? They were very lucky getting out of their own end there, but they didn't get burned. They need to have better control, and they need to be more in Charlie Smart's face.
Yeah. Worked for them yesterday. But time is going to be their enemy here in terms of the Mustangs. Lindsay chipped this one out. Burke in a foot race here with Kobashian. Burke trying to go behind the nets, does so. Kobashian blows a tire in the process. And Burke now might try and take advantage of the 2-man temporary advantage entering the zone. Here's Burke. Kokanen. Kobashian's back now on the back check. So 6-on-5 here in the North Stars defensive zone. Fired right back out. Turn around shot. Just wide. That's icing. And, well, very nearly 4-1. Worth a go. Had the right idea.
That reminds me of one of the best games I ever saw was the Canada-US women's game.
Yep.
And the American guys were trying to kill a penalty. Or no, they weren't. The Canadians had pulled their goaltender with about, I don't know, a minute left.
Yep.
And the puck clears the zone, dumped down the ice, and hit the outside of the post instead of the inside of the post. The Americans never scored, and the Canadians won the thing in overtime. It just was fantastic, man.
Well, that's the longest face-off setup I've seen. Kale Kobashian gets bounced. Thought Kokanen might have got his orders. Anyway, this one slapped out. And, well, foot race now again between Burke and Kobashian. That's going to be icing, and we'll have a face-off. Well, it could end up like with an NBA. Oh, Robertson and Hartrick have a few words to say to each other. We've seen plenty of feeling in this game between both teams. Hasn't erupted as we thought it might. Well, there's still time left, I guess, but relatively calm scenes. Well, I mean, the North Stars, as you mentioned, Rod, you can't do something like this with the season on the line.
No.
So Burke back to the point now. Beatty slaps one on. Great save, Smart. It's loose in front and dealt with there by Hartrick, who just slides this one out. Icing washed out as Kuhn goes in on the forecheck here for Newcastle. Gets by Beatty, but Beatty comes away with the puck. 37 seconds to get his team back in it. Beatty now in over the blue line with Kokanen. Fired right back into the net. That's the game. 4-1. Hartrick with a 4-goal game. And the Northstars are going to take the 3 points here this evening.
Well, it is what it is, mate. So at the end of the day, that keeps the Northstars alive.
Yeah.
And it just makes the Mustangs have to work that much harder to ensure that they don't drop out of the 4.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate for the Mustangs. It's good for the Northstars. And we talked about this right at the start before the first puck drop. Yeah. The split is what both teams would sadly accept going away from here. Yeah. And that's what's happened. So. Yeah.
So Andrew Petrie calls a timeout. 29 seconds remaining. And a bit bit of gamesmanship in terms of, well, the Mustangs aren't happy with it, but why not?
Well, in the scheme of things, who cares?
Yeah, the game.
Like I said before, you don't get worked up about it. Like, you just look at it and go, the game is over. There's no point in it, and just let it slide. Yeah.
So, as we talked about, the Northstars now, they essentially have to be perfect from here on in.
Yep.
And they're also relying on other results too. So, but as we've seen with the CBR Brave, you know, mid-season collapse could see your team right out of it. And in terms of the Mustangs and Ice Dogs, that's what they can't, bring to the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season, because that could be them out.
Yep.
Particularly with a turnaround from the Mustangs mid-season, as opposed to their start. Here's Hartrick now. Cross-ice pass, looking for Poulan. 17 seconds left in the game. Rims this one around. Hartrick gets checked down deep in his own zone. Bets it out now here to Poulan. And Felix Poulan roofs this one out now here to centre. Glove down by Robertson. Poked at by Wetney. Moved back in by Bellick. Bellick traverses the face-off circle. And that will do it. The Newcastle Northstars have taken the 3 points here this evening with a 4-1 victory over the Melbourne Mustangs. They split the series and they keep their slim finals chances alive.
That's true. And I think that while it's not necessarily what both clubs wanted, it's the best of a bad thing, okay? So the Northstars stay alive. Yep. The Mustangs are still in the 4, and they just have to work harder. Yep. And imagine if it was a sweep either way. If it was a sweep either way, it would have been bad news for one of these teams. So. Yep. So it still makes this season that bit more entertaining. Yeah.
So the Northstars go on to face the Bears next week. And then after that, they've got a doubleheader here again against the Melbourne Ice in 2 weeks' time. And that may prove to be the deciding factor. I mean, we've been saying it every week. This one very nearly could have been. Should they take that game against the Bears, who are eliminated now, the Ice could determine their fate. But, you know, anything can happen, as we did say, we said with it ad nauseum during this season.
I mean, you're right. Both teams have a hard road to hoe, because the Mustangs basically are going to play Perth Thunder 4 times, okay? Yeah. So either they get to know them real well and break their system and knock them down, or they're going to feel the fury of Stan's machine. And well, we'll know soon enough. So.
And the Thunder had the week off this weekend, and they have been red hot as well. So the plot thickening as we approach the last month of the regular season here at the Australian Ice Hockey League. But tonight, it was all about the Newcastle Northstars, a 4-goal game from Joe Hartrick, and they take this one 4-1. On behalf of my co-commentator, Rod Johns, thanks for your viewing attendance here this evening, and we will catch you back next week when the Melbourne Ice and the Sydney Ice Dogs come to town. Catch you next week.
See you, dude.